Hi, welcome to Dice Control Dojo. I'm Phil, and I practice every day and share my tips so we can all get better at the casino. Join me today. I'm talking about getting the dice. What is the importance of that? What are we going to practice with that? And what do you do at the live casino when you're getting the dice? What kind of variables happen? First, we're at video 80. So I'm on day 2 of my 360 throws. This is day 2, which I'm going to share up here while I throw today and talk about stuff so that you can see me throw on what I did this morning. And hopefully at the end of 10 days, I'm able to share a winning combination of dedicated, deliberate practice and videotaping to make my corrections. So today we're talking about getting the dice, right? So a lot of practice all the time. One of the things that's hard to practice is the getting of the dice, right? Because you don't have anybody sitting here feeding you the dice. So in the morning when we do our 360, when I do my practice every morning, I am always getting my dice set up every day in the morning to do my throws, right? I do my mirror, I do my pickup, my turn, and my set. Well, what I do is I practice getting those threes on the top every single time. So when I have all these dice, this is how I practice. I grab the 2 dice and I look at it and I know just from practice that the 3-3 is there. And that's how I push it off. So then I just grab 2 more random dice. So I pretend I'm in a casino every time and I'm looking at these dice. And if you're doing the 3-3 like me, you want it to go quick and then set it aside. Do your things. So this hopefully when you're at a casino, and it's rare, but I love a stick person. I love it when they're setting the dice the way you like it. I have one at my casino. When she's on the stick, she sets me up exactly how I like it fed to me, which makes sense. If you're a true professional stick person, and I've seen these in Vegas, there are a couple of them that like to, when they use their stick, they're going to send it to you. If you have the 3s on top, they're going to send it to you with the 3s. And I'm not good at the stick at all. But they are going to do that. And why do they want to do that? Why wouldn't you want them to do that? I don't know why they don't do it. But if they can get these 3s to me this way, then it's a quick throw, right? I'm just up and I'm off. I don't have to think, right? So I love it when a stick person sets me up with the 3. Do not ask them to do that. They're not there to, one, a lot of people at the stick aren't really good at using the stick. Like you saw me, I can't use the stick well at all. But others, they're not allowed to touch it with their hands, so they got to make sure those 3s are on the top. And if they're not good at flicking those dice to get them the way they want, they're not going to pass them to you that way. So that's probably why they don't have the ability to do it. It's not that they don't want to. Because if you're the casino, you want everybody throwing as fast as possible. You don't want them. And so I'd love it if they set me up with the 3s on top, because then that makes my life easier. But most of the time, you're not going to be fortunate to have that. So at home, you got to constantly be practicing what a 3 looks like, what my dice layout is, so that I can get to those 3s quickly. Fortunately, at a casino, they don't have 2 different colors, right? They're the same color. So a lot of times it's even faster to get to the 3s because it's the same color dice. I don't have to put one on one side, one on the other. It goes a little quicker. So then you're ready to go. Now, why is it important that you practice knowing your dice sets? Because you want to be able to throw as quick as possible. Once again, I truly believe that a really good dice control thrower, we have to throw under 6 seconds. We've got to throw quickly. The longer you wait, the longer you irritate the casino, the longer they're looking at you like, hey, I don't want these guys doing this. The longer you're going to annoy everybody around the table, because people that don't believe in this don't want you sitting here setting up your dice the way you want. Okay, I got it. Like say I go, okay, I don't know what I'm doing. So I'm like, okay, where's the 3 here? Okay, there's the 3 and the 5. Now here's the 3 and the 5. Now that just took me 10 seconds, right? Or 5 seconds. Now I'm going to get up there and you see people, right? They grip the dice, they get all set, and they do this, and they're all looking, they're practicing, they're getting ready, and then they throw, right? Way too long. The casino's going to go nuts. They need you to throw quicker. And then, remember, this is a lot of mental game, right? You start throwing too slow, they're going to start saying, sir, you're going to have to throw faster. Or, sir, make sure you hit the back wall. Or, sir, we need you to get going here quickly. Or they're going to just start doing stuff to annoy you. And that's the last thing you want. So you want to sneak in, do your throws just like everybody else does, and get out of there. You just happen to be setting. So you get the dice the way you want it, get up there, and muscle memory and mental memory go. So, as we talked about yesterday, we were talking about knowing your bets, right? So if your bets are down, so they paid everybody out, you put everything in your rack. Now, you're seeing that 3. They're still doing the payouts. It's still in the rack over here, right? The 2 and the 3. So you're looking at it, and you know with that the 3 is on the side over here. So I just got to flip that up, and I'm good to go. Once you have your bets down, you know what you're doing. They're holding those dice over there before all the payouts are ready to go. This is when you start to relax, right? This is when you get into your game so that you can throw quickly. So you're visualizing the 3-3 landing. I'm doing my visualization. If somebody's having a problem with payouts, step back, relax, and then when you're starting to see it's going to start coming to you, get ready. So this is when you prepare for getting the dice, right? You're breathing, you're relaxing, you're visualizing. You should only be visualizing that 3-3 on the top, landing in a nice zone over there. This is what your visualization. I'm going to pick up the dice. I'm going to have a nice ledge. I'm going to relax. I'm going to have a nice backswing. I'm going to follow through with my thumb facing where I want. I'm aiming it right in that zone right there. And this is all you're doing while you're waiting for that dice to come. If it goes too long, if you've done a 10 count, you've worked through a whole process and they still haven't passed it, back off, come back in again. All right, then they're going to pass it right to you. So then that's when you take it, get your set, and get it off. Okay? So you have to make sure you're using your relaxation techniques that we talked about on my vacation videos, and your mental and muscle memory you rely on at this point. Okay? This is when you're centering yourself and you're visualizing what you're throwing, and your whole body is encompassing the next throw. So that when you see, all right, I got a 6-2, I'm coming up, I'm relaxing, I have my bets done, right? If anybody starts disputing and they go to pass the dice and then there's a dice made and this stick guy pulls the dice back, just back off, right? Back off, sorry. Back off, relax, and just wait. All right, just wait. Sometimes the dice guy is not going to do that. He's going to be constantly playing with it like this, so it's hard for you to know where you're going to be. That's okay. You just know if you've practiced enough, no matter what, by the time they pass it to you like that, you should have it already in your mind. Don't freak out that you don't do it so fast. Sometimes I screw up a lot. So then I just set it, forget it, work through my motions so that I can get and throw in a quick manner. And then I get the dice off. So this 15 seconds from the beginning and end of that throw has to be automatic. You've got to get it down to a science so that it's just throw meat. No thinking. No thinking. You're sitting there with the 9 on top. You know the 3's coming. I know my 3's here. Set it. Relax. And just let your motions to the ocean take over and throw your stuff. So don't overthink it. You got to make sure you have this. This is your zone. You're in charge. You're in charge of this. If you're not feeling comfortable, back off. They'll take the dice back, say sorry about that, maybe tip the dealers to the hard way. Give yourself a second, relax. Also, too, you get the dice to you, you go to pick it up, oh, came out of your hands, or over here. You do this, oops, it came out of my hands. Back off, they'll take the dice back, tip the dealers just to get them off your back, and then come back to it right away. And visualize, get back, in, and throw. All right, so this section you belong to. You're the one throwing. You're in charge. Whatever you want to do, it's your thing. You are able to pull back, you pull back in, but you have to work with the casino, and that means throwing quickly. So have this down to a science before you get to the casino. So join me tomorrow when we're going to talk about dice setting, how important it is, and why I use the hard ways. Once again, I talked about this before, but at a live casino, I want to repeat why it's important to have a certain dice set and stick to it. So join me tomorrow on my YouTube video. And as always, the best betting strategy is to practice every day so you can throw for a long, long time.